I'm going to review a learning design for the challenge. I'm following the guidelines reviewing a learning design that you can see in the menu on the left. I've chosen this design called Show and Tell Your Use of Learning Technology. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn editing on, and I'm going to change the title. So I want it to be a review of the design. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the design and follow the instructions. First of all, I can make notes on individual TLAs at the bottom of the page. In this TLA, where the students discuss their own and other contributions to the issues, I'm going to make a reviewer's comment. Because I think that it's always a good idea to be as explicit as you can about what you hope the students will do. In the final TLA, I think this follow-through activity is particularly good, so I'm going to say so. To make my overall comments, I'm going to add an additional TLA. So I'm going to check back with the guidelines, and they ask me whether or not there's a way that the teacher can test whether the outcomes are met. Maybe a production activity, because that's a very good way of showing that. And I'm going to think about whether or not the design is pedagogically aligned, whether the outcomes and the activities are aligned, or whether there's any feedback from the teacher, or maybe some peer feedback, or even intrinsic feedback from the technological environment. And then finally, I'm going to think about the use of technology in the design. I'm going to title the TLA Review by Eileen Kennedy, my username, and I'm going to select Discuss there. So the first criteria is test. Does it test the learning outcomes? And I think it does. Then I'm going to add another learning type, and again select Discuss. This time I'm going to think about alignment. My third criteria is feedback. There's a lot of that. And my fourth criteria is technology. And there's a lot of that too, and it's given a context. So I thought that was very good. And if I want, I can add my own criteria here. But I'm going to leave it like that and save my review.